Hello, welcome back to the channel. Fancy finding me here. Yeah, y'all know if they bug me, I come on. And they were bugging me to do something very different that I don't normally do. So, that being said, I was kind of in the middle of my dinner. It's been intense with Lionsgate, very intense energy. I'm sure you guys can feel it, the building and the collective. Perhaps you may be wrapping up karmic cycles, things being revisited that like you thought were done, coming back around. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, what they want me to do is they want me to do a sexual reading. So I guess I should say this is 18 plus. But if I was 14 and I stumbled upon one of these, I'd probably watch. So I don't know what else to say. There's a lot of heat in the collective, a lot of sexual tension and energy. Typically, this is not something I share. Something I feel, something I work with, but not something I share. But I'm being called to and guided to. And with some of you that have booked personal readings, by the way, those of you that have booked a personal reading and you're waiting on your reading, get into it. I promise you. Lionsgate energy is intense, so I've really been listening to the guides around when I need to do that reading, because if I do your reading in this moment with whatever shit show is going on, it could be very different from if I did your reading in like another day or 2 days, or right? So please just bear with me on that, but trust it's divine timing, because I promise you I'm listening to my guides on that. Back to what I was saying. Those of you that have booked personal readings and it's come up in your reading where we've gone into coaching a little bit and we've coached around abundance, you probably remember that I've shared that sexuality and abundance they go hand in hand. They're very synced. And it's something that I feel that the twins are definitely here to learn and to teach and to embody. Like, we have those codes within us of sacred sexuality, sacred union, sacred relating, as well as higher wealth codes and abundance, but not from the stereotypical sort of matrix standard of wealth. But they're very connected, and it's very connected to self-worth, and it's very connected to 5D. Yeah, it's a 5D relating. And so you can connect sexually. You can connect sexually in the 5D, okay? And I don't know. I'll speak to you as if maybe you don't know, but a lot of you probably know. You probably stumbled upon it in your self-pleasure practices and been like, oh, that's interesting. I guess this was always here, because if you can connect to your twin in the 5D emotionally, spiritually, communicate, telepathic communication, you can also do that sexually. And I can feel that this is being really utilized and tapped into in the collective. I need to switch my light because it's not as late in the day as my light was making it seem. It's lovely. There's still light out. I'm not in like a dark room doing like a sexual tarot reading. Although I have done that. Many nights. There are pleasures in being single, I will say. It can be very enjoyable. Okay, train of thought. Literally, they interrupted me for my dinner. I was eating, and then they're like, you need to go do this. So forgive me, bear with me. What was I even talking about? I think I was talking about abundance and sexuality. Oh, connecting in the 5D. Yes. So this is a place that a lot of healing can occur. In twin flame unions, there is, even if you've never connected sexually with your twin, some have and some haven't, and there's very unique journeys. So I can't address everyone, but I will just kind of try to address the general. But even if you haven't connected in that way, that energy is present from day one, which is why they say you just can't be friends with your twin, which I 100% agree with. Yes, there needs to be trust, and there can be a rapport and a deep empathy and unconditional love that you might associate having with a friend and not a lover. But because of this magnetic, energetic sort of polarity, sexual energy, it really is, it's a sexual energy because of union. Divine union is coming together, quite literally. So because of that energy, it can be really hard to not act on that. So even if you have not had that experience with a twin, that's always an underlying current in the connection. And it can be very intoxicating, it can be very magnetizing, it can be very overwhelming, which can get us into devil type energy of like obsession and leaving it all in the lower chakras, okay? Like being completely, I'll just say it, like sex wild over it, right? Like just, and that's where the masculines can really get into. And it's interesting, I've talked to divine masculine women and divine masculine men, and they both seem to have this sort of template that they have to overcome in the union or on the journey, where they see the divine feminine as a temptress if they're a masculine, like, oh, she's bad news, like it's super intoxicating, I get a little like, I'm trying to not be inappropriate, but like I want to say like pussy drunk on her, like, you know, like it has a power over me type of thing. And then the female divine masculines that I've spoken to have had experiences where he's the bad boy, right? Like he's a bad boy. He's like, oh, I shouldn't mess with him. He's not someone I can take home to my parents, you know. He's kind of like a bad boy, and he's got like this energy about him, and whatnot. Okay. And that, I feel like, is definitely by design, and that's something that's meant to be overcome, because that's all the societal projections of how do we label sexual energy and kind of limiting it to a lower frequency. Like sexual energy has to be this lower frequency, but the reason I brought up the whole 5D is there's this higher frequency. There's this really powerful tantric energy that is so powerful, so spiritual, so mystical, so divine. It truly is connecting with the divine. You know, obviously there's many purposes for sex, right? And the very 3D base level is procreation, but it's a very spiritual act as well. And there's a huge divine connection component to it. And as twin flames, we are here to embody that, practice that, and kind of share that energy. And these are downloads that I had, like, I didn't have at the beginning of my journey. It took a while for me to kind of embody this and begin to intellectually understand these things. And so depending on where you're at, this may be, you know, you may not be able to kind of consciously know all this, but you can kind of feel it, and perhaps you'll experience some form of an activation by what I'm sharing. But this is something that both counterparts kind of come to on their own, where they have to transcend those templates, right? That the woman is a temptress, the siren, that she'll be the death of you, like, you know, whipped, like you're gonna be whipped, or, you know, you're not gonna have your power anymore, your autonomy, like she's gonna take your freedom because you're gonna like care too much. And it's all kind of this like belief that like it's safer to love someone that doesn't love you as much as you love them, or backwards, that you don't love as much as they love you. Like women are taught that. Women are literally taught that, whether explicitly or not. It's like, oh, like find a man that's obsessed with you, and like that way you're in control. You have a little more power. You know, don't ever be too head over heels. And that's why the bad boy is like dangerous, because of the power rules, the power play, and power dynamics. But all of that is very 3D. It's a very lower chakra level of relating when it comes to sex and sexuality. And there's nothing wrong with it. I also want to say, because we're humans, we're embodying human bodies, and we're in this physicality. So why not have fun with it? Why not play? Why not explore power dynamics? I'm not knocking that at all. I'm just saying that twin flames have a very, we're just gifted this higher awareness and knowledge of sexuality. Most twin flames that I've talked to, if I've broached the topic of sexuality, most twin flames can experience what's called an energetic orgasm. And that is essentially, that transcends the body. It transcends the body. And I would even argue it transcends the mind, because it's energy. So it literally means that you can have a physical body sensation orgasm without being touched. And it's really by relating and encountering energy. And this could be solo or this could be with a partner. Most twin flames kind of have this within them, this potential within them, whether you've tapped into it or not. And it's something that is very easily accessed with your twin in the 5D or the 3D. Okay, long-winded, 10 minutes in, and I think I finally got to my point. So there's a heightened sexual energy in the collective right now, and this can be used as a tool. It's sex magic. It can be, you can use it that way. You can manifest this way. If you need to get messages to your twin, if you'd like to communicate, it feels like many have not been in communication. So that's a huge collective where there's this building sexual energy and this desire to come in, this desire to come together, this desire to, my like 12-year-old boy just like popped into my head and channeled like a song, and I'm not going to sing it. But there's the desire to come together, okay? And a beautiful way to connect and manifest using this energy for good, using this energy to connect to the divine, is to connect with your twin in the 5D through the heart chakra while engaging in sexual energy and activity, okay? So a big piece that's usually missing is the heart chakra activation. And that's something that I feel the twins are kind of waking up to. So if this isn't something that you've already kind of experimented with and explored on your own, it's something that now might be with this energy, near this Lion's Gate. We're in Leo season. It's fiery. We're in the middle of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. But it's just, there's like a heated sort of, my nose always gets so itchy when I channel. And I'm also very hot. It's all the energy. So anywho, there's a lot of energy right now that can be untapped potential that we could be tapping into. And doesn't matter if you're divine feminine or divine masculine, you both can be working with this energy. And whatever you do on your own in like this solo time is going to be immensely healing for your connection, okay? It could quite literally bring you together in the 3D. It could, you could be communicating with one another in the 5D. Twins can feel their partner. You just can feel it. So if you choose to engage and you tap in, you would just connect with your higher self, kind of like a ritual, right? Like, if you're in some form of a self-pleasure practice with yourself, do it ritually. Connect with your guides, connect with your higher self prior, connect with your twin in the 5D prior, set an intention, I just realized my door was open and my dog just walked in. Manifest, right? Manifest this connection. Okay. That was a lot. So I'm going to shut my door. And then we're going to pull a few cards. And then we're going to wrap it up. And this might be something I'll be called to more. We'll see. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting it to be like this, though. Damn. Fuck. Okay. Woo! Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is the card of reunion, reconciliation, love. Deep, deep soul connection. Deep, deep love. Okay? Really powerful. Really, really... This is the unconditional love. This is that higher realm. This is in the cups. It's in the emotion. This is the heart chakra. So when you are connecting sexually through this space, it's going to be much deeper than just a bang at a bar, or picking somebody up, It's going to be much, much deeper. And this is a powerful opener, an awakener to the past life connection, to the past sexual experiences. There's also some... Okay, so before I got cut off with this 6 of Cups, something I was getting from it that was really interesting was, there we go, gender roles. this paradigm shifting that occurs with the twins when it comes to whatever work we're doing here. Of course, it's going to come up for sexuality as well. So we're here to be paradigm shifters, okay, to alter things. And when it comes to connecting through this mystical spiritual layer sexually, which comes from the heart chakra, which comes from the third and the crown, third chakra and the crown chakra, and kind of opens us up, awakens us to the Akashic records, awakens us to the past lives and all of this information, and we can kind of transcend these lower realms. And in the lower realms is where we get stuck in things like gender, projections of roles. And just so interesting, what I'm feeling like the sexual message of this card is the two of you have the potential to transcend and then choose from each moment to the next. Choose. In this moment, I want to connect with you from a feminine energy. In this moment, I want to connect with you from a masculine energy. In this moment, I want to transcend gender. In this moment, I want to, and I know this may be like, look, this is the message I'm getting. And I know this might be very, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. Out there. It could feel a little bit out there. But again, that's so much of our work here. So much of our work here is bringing in things to the collective that are so far beyond what the collective has been doing or has thought is even possible. And oftentimes the first person that talks about it or says it is labeled like crazy, like what are they doing? But that's why the twins coming together is such a powerful union in that sense, because you don't have to explain each other to one another. You intuitively feel and understand one another. So there's this kinship, this kindred spirit, and this very, it's so hard to talk about some of these cards, like the cups cards in particular for me, because it's like, how do you put words to that depth of emotion and feeling, right? Okay, I'm gonna go to the saucy card. So this is the Three of Cups. Let me just, so you can get a beautiful glimpse of this hot and spicy card. This feels to me, the energy from this is a divine masculine that has waited a long time to show you how he really feels. Okay, to show his divine feminine how he really views her, and that he wants to please her. He wants to show up for her. He wants to literally show up for her. And there's also, again, with this transcending, so there's this thing that could come up in relationships, which is very like the territorial, the ownership, like you're mine, I own you, right? And it can feel very lower frequency. It can feel very lower chakra. There's something that the twins are able to accomplish, and I've noticed it within twin dynamics, twins in union as well, is like this belonging. Like, you are mine, I am yours, I was made for you, but it's without that tinge of the 3D, gosh, for lack of a better word, just like the possessive, like icky, codependent, perhaps, like those old templates. It's like, it's free of that. It's like we are two sovereign beings who are made for each other. And when we come together in this way, okay, lighting, I give up. Well, maybe that's so I don't get in trouble on YouTube. I'm not supposed to show you the card again. But it's coming together in this way to just like devour one another, like worship each other's bodies as a god and a goddess, or two goddesses or two gods, not gender neutral, like that is not a part of this at all, but it's that energy of just real celebration. It's a celebrating the union. It's a celebrating of coming together. And it feels like it's been a lot of anticipation building for a long time, which is why we probably feel this energy in the collective, okay, in this Lionsgate portal that we're working ourselves up to. We also have the Eight of Cups here. So the Eight of Cups is a card. Come on. Okay, you guys, I give up. No? Okay. The Eight of Cups is a card typically about walking away from something to something else, okay? And it can really speak to the spiritual journey. So this feels like whatever cycles that the two of you are wrapping up right now, whatever karmic cycles you're wrapping it up to get to this Three of Cups, this celebration, this adoring each other's bodies and souls and minds, seducing each other's, soul, right? And walking away from these lower frequency, these connections that perhaps were based on material things. Yeah, the lower frequency, lower chakra projections of society, like, oh, you guys, you got this list and you got this list and we put them together. That works, and also what I'm really getting is like energetic exchanges that drain you of your energy. They drain you of your life force, because this next card is the Sun. Okay, and the Sun is all about, I really want you to see this card. How can I do it? Okay, you can see. Okay, so you can see this, they're outside, they're in nature, they're under the sun. There's like so much energy and vitality. There's a lot of abundance. There's this like, I don't know, basket full of fruits and vegetables and just abundance, kind of cornucopia energy. Okay, so in this card, there is power, vitality, passion, love, partnership, union, coming together, celebration. It's divine, it's blessed, it's guided, okay? It's like we're walking away from the lower energy connections, the connections that drained us, the connections that took our life force from us. We've all probably had sexual encounters where we were left feeling really drained, okay? Really drained. And just tapped out. Whereas when you connect with your twin, it's two powerful beings coming together who have worked on their sovereignty, worked on their own journey, worked to heal themselves of whatever the codependency is, whatever the difficulties were that they had before coming together, before meeting again in this life. And that kind of put this blast of sunshine, like this ray of light on everything else in their life, where they had to look at everything else and be like, that's not of the light, that's not of the light, I'm better than this. And not in like an ego way, but like, why am I putting up with this? Why am I putting up with that? Right? So it started this alchemical process of the Eight of Cups, the spiritual journey, walking away, purging, purifying, cleansing. And then the Sun card here is this building of this energy. I mean, we're getting 3 cards of reunion, 3 cards of reconciliation, the Sun, the Six of Cups, the Three of Cups. These are all really powerful energies of coming together that are hard won. And it does feel like time has passed. It does feel like we've had to wait for our abundance. We've had to wait for our blessings because we've had to close up these cycles of, yeah, I mean, that's the best way I can explain it. The feeling I'm getting, it's like connecting with somebody and afterwards you feel like you feel like your life force has been drained. Like you feel like your battery has been depleted and you need to go recharge it, when sex should revitalize you. I feel like men in particular, there's this whole thing of like ejaculation for them drains them of their energy, but there's a lot of tantric practices and teachings out there that are like, that does not have to be the case. It's a matter of who you're interacting with, so either way, male or female, there can be this experience of really being drained from an interaction. And this energy on the other side of my table is the opposite. It's deep, deep connection that revitalizes, rejuvenates, and it's like 2 powerful lights coming together. Whoo, get out of the way. You're going to light the room on fire. You're going to burn the house down with that love, that passion. Like for real. Like, and we also have the Two of Wands in the bottom of the deck. And the Two of Wands in this, there we go. So this is like these are 2 equals, meeting of the minds, the twin flames. They're sitting here, they're kind of eyeing each other, they're matching each other, they're taking each other into full consideration. They're embracing, they're playing footsie under the table, they're enjoying a meal, they're staring across the table with eye connection, gazing into each other's eyes for real depth, real intimacy. And it's like, where are they gonna go after this meal? Where's the Three of Wands? You know what I mean? I don't know. I forget what the Three of Wands looks like in this deck, but I can tell you there might be some of this, okay? So it's like, well, this is where we're at in the collective right now. We're in this, like, we're eyeing each other's energy. We're tuning in. Are you ready? Am I ready? Are we there? I don't know. Like, it's this, like, sizing each other up, and not in a negative way, but like in a, we're really preparing to ground all this passion, all this energy into the 3D. And we did get a lot of cups here. So that actually leads me to believe that there's a lot of sexual connection happening in the 5D, okay? Let me just peek under the deck really quick. Yeah, we have okay, so we do have the Three of Wands underneath here. The Three of Wands, okay, there we go. Passionate embrace. Under the flame. Yeah. It feels like a building. And this feels like this was very important to share at this moment in time. Okay, like this bridging energy. Okay, the last message, the last image that I really want to leave you with is, so it's this Eight of Cups. We're walking away from this lower energy frequency, this lower chakra way of connecting and relating sexually that drained us of our energy, zapped us of our life force. And we're moving towards the sun. We're moving towards this authentic, passionate, connected, rooted in the earth, grounded, sexual energy that can literally light the world on fire, okay? Like, having sex saves lives. That's what I heard. I literally, oh, my guides are hilarious, but I literally heard that, like, they were being cheeky. But they're like, yeah, your lovemaking can save lives. Okay, twins, so get out there. You heard me. You could save lives. Go do it. But we're moving towards this energy, okay? So this is really powerful. This is really, really important. And we're saying goodbye to that engaging with these other energies that zapped us of our life force, that drained us, sometimes intentionally, okay? As a twin flame, as a enlightened sort of soul, here a starseed, here with a path, here with a mission, there are things that we needed to experience in order to recognize this when we had it. Because if you didn't experience the other murky, darker shit, the draining of your life force, if you didn't experience that, then you wouldn't have been able to recognize or appreciate this when you have it, okay? So this is a reading to let you know that this energy is here, it's coming in, it wants to be worked with, it wants you to work with it. It will awaken, it will open you. In ways I, to be honest, can't even tell you or articulate. I just know it's very powerful energy, sex magic. It's very powerful. And when used for a higher purpose, when you're used for everyone's highest good, and used with the divine, I mean, the abundance and blessings and the miracles that occur is like, I can't even tell you what they are, because I know it's massive. So just as powerful as black sex magic, as dark sex magic, it's just as powerful, okay? And a lot of twins have experienced that as well. So yeah, that's what I want to leave you with today. I hope this was fun. Let me know your thoughts on these sort of readings. I'll definitely be back to do more sexual readings if they tell me to. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, sending you so much love.